In today's Roblox Grow A Garden video, we'll be attempting to get every single mutation on the new maple resin seed, which is exclusive to the new fall event. And with this, we actually did get all of the new pets that have mutations on them. So we're going to be using all of those pets to add new mutations today to make this thing really beefy and expensive. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and plant our maple resin seed right here next to our pancake stack. And then with that, we're going to go ahead and spawn in about, let's do 6 sugar apples there. Okay. And then real quick, we're going to spawn in my apple gazelle. And then I'm going to have my main account come over here and hit that grow all button for us. All right, perfect. So here is the maple resin and it actually looks really, really awesome. However, we're not going to use this one that grew in here. We're actually going to grow in a bigger one in just a second. But let's go ahead and use our apple gazelle to get the warp mutation. So I'm going to pick up these. Oh, there we go. That was only 2 of them and we're done. All right, I'm going to go ahead and travel this over here. So we have the warp mutation ready now. And then we're going to go ahead and reclaim these sugar apples just so they're out of the way, so there's less work for our spinos later. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead real quick now and place an advanced sprinkler down right in this corner, and we're gonna go ahead and spawn in our 3 mandrakes here, and they all are boosted, so that's good. We're gonna go ahead and get our mandrake seeds. I already have them right here, and some watering cans. Then we're gonna go ahead and place a couple of these down at a time. We're gonna get that rot mutation done though, so hopefully we get it in this set of 6. If we don't, we're gonna have to get some more real quick. All right, we got rot applied to a mandrake, which is actually this one, so perfect timing. I'm gonna go ahead and travel this rotted mandrake over here to our collection, and we are good to go to start getting the other mutations done now. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and pick up these mandrakes and the apple gazelle now, and we are good with that. And then we're gonna go ahead and pick up this. Oh, there's actually more maple resin that grows in. I thought there was only the one. Okay. But we are going to pick up all these. We're going to go ahead and get our sprinklers down here. So let's go ahead and put down a, here's my Grandmaster. We're going to put down a Grandmaster sprinkler here. We'll do our Master sprinkler, the Godly. We need to get an advanced in there and a basic. And then there's also a maple sprinkler that we can get over here in the shop. That is for fall plants. I'm gonna go ahead and run over here and grab that real quick because I forgot about that. Okay, I gotta add some more Robux. Hold on. Plant, don't grow too fast. Hold on. All right, we should be good. Grab this. We gotta run back quick. Is that the right thing? Yeah, that's the right thing. All right, go. Run. All right, we got it. We're good. I'm gonna throw that in the stack. Should have had that done earlier. I'm sorry about that. But we're gonna go ahead and spawn in our mooncats now, and we're gonna go ahead and spawn in a triceratops to see how much growth this gives us. So we should be good. Now we should be able to get a pretty big maple resin to grow in and make some good money once we get all the mutations on it. I realized I forgot to get the Dawnbound mutation again on a plant. Now there is the new sugar glider pet that can copy mutation, and it's not like the spinos or remove it or steal it. I'll just copy it. So I'll have to do that from now on to move the Dawnbound mutation over. So we'll plan to get that in just a bit. But anyways, let's see where our mooncats sleep. Okay, we have a couple of them getting close to our maple resin here. Hopefully a couple of them stack up in a spot. All right, well, this is a pretty good stack over here though. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there real quick. Let's let this consume all the mooncat boosts real quick. All right, that should be good. And then we're gonna go ahead and throw this back over here on our sprinklers. If it'll let me move it. There we go. Okay, that's a pretty big one there. That one looks pretty nice. Okay, we might have a winner. We'll keep trying though. We'll see what else we can get. And while our triceratops hit it a couple times as well to see what we get. And perfectly, all our mooncats are sleeping right next to this. Not all of them, but you know, a good chunk of them. I'll go ahead and give our triceratops a toy as well, just to hopefully get a double hit on the maple resin to help a little bit. All right, triceratops gonna smack it. Didn't really do much for us. All right, well, I feel like this might be a pretty big maple resin. I don't know. I think you could probably get bigger than this, but I guess we'll keep it since that one is pretty big there. And I think the value will be pretty good no matter what. So let's go ahead and favorite our maple resin then. And let's go ahead and pick up all of our pets we have currently placed down. Let's get a queen bee going here. Let's get our butterfly going. And then we're going to apply some mutations on this so we can turn it into rainbow. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the chocolate mutation, pollinated, windstruck, and then I will do a couple on my main account. Hold on, let me grab some sprays over there. All right, so on my main account, I'm gonna go ahead and add a chilled spray since we don't really need those, and a windstruck. Oh wait, I already did windstruck. What am I doing? I'll add a cloud touch. There we go. That's better. All right, so now our maple resin does have 5 mutations that can be converted to rainbow, so we'll unfavorite that, and we'll let our queen bee cool down our butterfly, convert these to rainbow, and then we'll be good to go. There's also a small one right there I'm gonna pick up. There we go. And all right, our maple resin is ready to go to become rainbow, so we'll do that once these cooldowns are completed. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in a golden goose so we can get this guy's egg ready to go. And then on my main account, I'm actually going to go ahead and spawn in my kitsune and a queen bee over here as well. So that way the queen bee will cool down the kitsune, and then this guy will apply the chakra mutation to our maple resin, or at least one of our sugar apples, so we can get this thing to be chakra or foxfire chakra. And then also, to save some time later, I'm going to also spawn in a Raiju here. I'm going to place down a carrot seed, and then on my main account, I will apply the shock spray to the carrot. There we go. All right, so now we have the shocked mutation on our carrot, and then our Raiju will in a little bit eat this carrot with the shocked on it and convert it to static and apply that to our maple resin or our sugar apples. And I know a lot of people are like, Bandites, shocked is better than static. Why do you get it? Well, you can literally have both mutations, and when you get both mutations, and you can get Maelstrom, Storm Charged. Actually, you don't get Maelstrom from that, but you do get Storm Charged, and Storm Charged is a really good multiplier, so you kind of need like both of them. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, so our Raiju will eat that, add some static, and we should be good. And then yeah, that should be good. If it adds it to our maple resin, that's not a big deal. I actually will probably go ahead and just add some carrot seeds right here, just so it will hit one of these carrots. That way, in case it does just go directly on the maple resin, it's fine if it goes to rainbow, because we'll have it on a carrot over here, and that way the Raiju will be done and out of the way. All right, we're gonna wait for this to go to rainbow, and then we'll be back and continue getting mutations. All right, our Raiju is gonna eat that shocked carrot there and then apply it. And there we go. We have a couple of static carrots, which is perfect. And we also got one of our mandrakes over here static and some sugar apples. So we are good to go. I'm going to actually go ahead and pick up these carrots then, since we don't need these ones, since we have it on those fruits over there. And our Raiju is done with its job, so we can go ahead and pick up the Raiju. And then our golden goose will lay us a golden fortune egg in just a second. And then we'll use Spinos to move the fortune mutation over to our apple resin when we're ready to go with that. All right, so our queen bee is cooling down our butterfly, and our butterfly is applying rainbow to our maple resin. I think I accidentally said apple resin a second ago. Sorry about that if I did that. I don't know, bro. My brain breaks or something. But anyways, our maple resin is now rainbow, so we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and pick up our queen bee and our butterfly, favorite the maple resin, and let's go ahead and add some sprays to this thing. So we're going to put pollinated back onto it. We're going to put, actually, we won't do windstruck. We also won't do glimmering because we have a couple of glimmering sugar apples still that we're going to save. So we're going to do pollinated. We're going to do chocolate. We're going to put down a honey sprinkler for honey glazed. And then on my main account over here, I'm going to go ahead and apply some extra sprays as well. So we have the shock spray we're going to reapply. We're going to apply the luminous spray, the cloud touch spray, and verdant. And there we go. We now are up to 8 mutations on this thing, and we're about to get plenty more. We also have my main account's kitsune that will hopefully apply foxfire chakra or chakra in just a second. All right, so here comes the kitsune, and I just boosted the kitsune as well, so we might be able to get foxfire chakra instead of regular chakra. Let's see. Here he comes. He's coming in. All right, we just got regular chakra, but we'll take that for now. We can probably get Foxfire later when we AFK. And it is time to get started with some of our pets. Let's go ahead and go through all the guaranteed mutation pets first. We're going to go ahead and throw a Peach Wasp in here. Let's do our Cockatrice. We'll throw in our Phoenix. This guy will give us Plasma. This guy will give us Toxic. That guy will give us the Flaming mutation, which can be converted to Blazing and Infernal. We'll go ahead and spawn in our Lemon Lion to get the Brain Rot mutation. And then we'll spawn in our Pterodactyl for the Tempestuous mutation, and our Corrupt Kitsune for the Corrupt Chakra or Corrupt Foxfire Chakra mutations. And I think that's all of our guaranteed pets that we need to do. We already did the Raiju, so we're good with him. And perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure there's no other guaranteed pets, and in the meantime I'll go ahead and spawn in some jackalopes here so we can get the Sandy mutation done and out of the way and applied to something. And these guys are already boosted, so that's good. I'm also going to spawn in again some more carrot seeds just so our Pterodactyl and Corrupt Kitsune have an easier time applying this mutation. The more carrots we have, honestly, doesn't hurt now that the fairy event's over, because we don't get the glimmering mutation spammed, so it'll just give us more opportunities for our pets to reach different fruits and apply mutations that we need. And I'm also also going to restock on some carrots just so I have a good supply. All right, so I think this is a good setup here. We do have a bunch of new pets as well. So we actually do have the new swan pet here, which I don't think he's guaranteed, but he will give us the... I forgot the mutation name, honestly. I can't lie, I just forgot it. I just had a brain fart. Let me pick up a jackalope real quick so I can check out these pets. So the swan will give us the graceful mutation. There we go. So I think this is a guaranteed mutation, actually, because every 5 minutes graces a fruit with graceful. So we'll actually keep him spawned in. And then we also have the grizzly bear, which I believe gives us the fall mutation. We have the badger, which can give us the cracked mutation from the earthquake event. And then we also have the space squirrel that can apply the void touch mutation, which is pretty cool that we can actually get void touch now without a black hole event. So we'll use him in just a little bit as well. But this is a good setup for now. We'll wait for our jackalope to give us the sandy mutation. Then we'll check through some of our other pets and get all these guaranteed pets done and out of the way. And then we can set up for a nice little AFK setup. All right, so our lemon lion is now applying brain rot, and it's applied to one of our sugar apples, which is perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up, and I'm gonna spawn in another jackalope again just to help us get the sandy mutation done. And then I think we'll do like our grizzly bears and then like our space squirrel. We'll get these guys out of the way with the disco bees and the chicken zombies so we can get all those done. And then we'll set up for an AFK grind to get those longer mutations that take a while. So we'll go ahead and do that. Our swan's about to apply the graceful mutation. And actually, I didn't realize the swan is like the mimic octopus, where every like 20 minutes it tries to apply a mutation from another pet. So that'll be really useful later for when we use the Spino. So we pretty much have an extra Spinosaurus. I'll be happy with that. So that's really nice. I'm going to boost this jackalope just to try and help us give a better chance for Sandy to get done out of the way. Okay, that still is failing, but it'll be done eventually, okay?
You sure about that?
Our cockatrice will also give us toxic in just a second, and then we're about to get our swan done and out of the way. So let's see. Our swan's going to apply graceful to something. Okay, we got graceful on the maple resin. I don't know if it was this direct one. I think it's this one that's glowing right there. So we'll get that moved over later. But our swan's job is done for now. We can use it later as a mimic octopus, but for now, we are good. So let's go ahead and pick up our swan. And let's see, is that going to apply Sandy? All right, perfect. We got Sandy added to a carrot, so our jackalopes are done as well. We can go ahead and move this Sandy carrot over to our little collection for our Spinos. You know, we can't really have silver, but I'll just throw it in there. Just why not? You know, what if the game bugs and gives us silver with rainbow or something? That'd be so cool. That'd be so awesome, dude. That'd be so awesome and cool. You would too. All right, anyways, our cockatrice is going to give us the toxic mutation now, and our pterodactyl will hopefully give us tempestuous in the next minute here. So we'll let those play out. But let me see. I think the space squirrel might be a guaranteed void touch mutation. Let me just double check. Okay, no, it only has a 15% chance. So this guy we might want to wait for our AFK grind and swap him in with one of our pets later. What about our badger here? I do have a giant badger. So every 2 minutes, he has a chance to apply the crack mutation. So I guess we'll try and do that. Okay, perfect. So we have toxic added to a couple of our carrots. Here's one of them. I'll go ahead and move this guy over. And I guess I'll go ahead and spawn in another badger. Since these guys have pretty short cooldowns, we'll use these guys to attempt to get the cracked mutation. I'm also going to boost them to give them a little bit of a better... I did not mean to boost that. Oh, wait, no, I did boost the badger. I thought I boosted the Krupkadzun. But there we go. That'll give them a little bit of a faster mutation and hopefully a good enough boost to give us a better cracked mutation chance. All right, so work on trying to get cracked. Our pterodactyl is going to apply tempestuous. Hopefully, let's see. Okay, we did not get tempestuous, so we have to actually wait another 8 minutes for the pterodactyl. Bro, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? We're supposed to swap you out for another pet, but you know what? That's fine. All right, so I guess since that failed, I'm going to go ahead and use our grizzly bears next then to give us the fall mutation, since that's a new one, and we got to get that done and out of the way. And these guys have another pretty short cooldown of about only 4 minutes, and they have a 10% chance. They also make you a little bit of a bigger player model. That's interesting. So I guess I'm a little bit of a bigger boy now. Oh, did you apply? Oh, they actually applied it really quickly. I thought it was gonna be much smaller of a chance there, but we got cracked on a lot of carrots. Okay, I guess it's like a 10% chance for each carrot, so that's actually crazy, and it lasts a very long time. So, and it might be because this one's giant, that helps as well. All right, well, we do have the cracked mutation now, which is perfect. The first time I think I've actually gotten the cracked mutation, so we're good with that. I'm gonna go ahead and travel this cracked carrot over here. Thank you, badgers, for your help, and let's go ahead and get the disco bees ready then. But yeah, that was pretty quick and easy. So if the grizzly bears are like that as well, we should be able to get the fall mutation done. Let's actually see real quick. Fall mutation. Oh, okay. Well, that was actually quick as well. I thought his mutation chance would be a lot less, but we did get the fall mutation done and out of the way real quick with the grizzly bears, so that's perfect. We can go ahead and spawn in 2 more disco bees then to get disco done, and then we'll work on the chicken zombies after that and get ready for our AFK setup. So perfect. These guys actually went pretty quick for us today, which helps me out a lot. So we're gonna have some great mutations today, dude. This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a lot of them. All right, so our Phoenix is applying the flaming mutation to a ton of our plants here. So we now have flaming on a bunch of stuff, including our golden egg. So that's interesting, but I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I'll leave the golden egg since we gotta get mutations off of it anyways. And I'm gonna get some of these extra carrots out of the way that have other mutations on them as well. And we're good. All right, so thank you, Phoenix, for your service. And with that, we can go ahead and start spawning in some of our chicken zombies here to get the zombified mutation done and out of the way. And then we can add more once our other pets finish here. Our pterodactyl is next with our corrupt kitsune, so we should be able to get tempestuous and corrupt chakra, maybe foxfire corrupt chakra. That'd be nice. Wow. Okay, well, we got corrupt chakra done, but we're still not getting tempestuous done. Usually our pterodactyl is done by now. It's actually taking a while today, but we can go ahead and pick up our corrupt kitsune then. And we got corrupt chakra on a lot of stuff, actually. I think some of these sugar apples got it. Yep. So we're good there. We can go ahead and I guess go ahead and just pick up these carrots that had it then. All right, well, our corrupt kitsune is out of the way, so we're gonna just wait for the pterodactyl to finish then, since he's having a hard time. We're gonna go ahead and boost our peach wasp as well to get that plasma mutation done. That'll also give a boost to one of our other pets. And then we're gonna go ahead and actually boost our disco beast for hopefully a chance to get disco done and out of the way so we can get more chicken zombies in here. I will spawn in 1 more chicken zombie for now, and let's see if we get disco. Maybe disco, buddy, please. All right, failed. Expected. All right, so if we get disco done, we're gonna get plasma done now. He's flying to the heavens. Oh, he's so beautiful, dude, with this PNG animation. And we have plasma done on a sugar apple. Thank you so much, Peach Wasp, for your service. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in another chicken zombie to replace him. Hopefully we can get zombified done, and hopefully we can get plasma done. Let's see if we get plasma done. Or not plasma, disco. We just got plasma done. Disco, buddy, come on, you got this. Okay, you don't got this. You're a failure. You're a failure in life, just like me. Just like me, buddy. I understand. All right, biscuit. See, failed. Okay, well, these guys just hurt me. They just hurt me. That's all they do. They just hurt me. All right, please give us tempestuous this time, buddy. All right, finally we got tempestuous added to a carrot. Which one did you help us on? Was it one of these ones? All right, perfect. We got tempestuous on the carrot that has toxic on it, so that works. We can go ahead and pick up our pterodactyl finally. We're gonna replace him with an extra chicken zombie, and then we're gonna work to try and get disco done, and then we'll focus on zombified so we can get ready for our AFK setup. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and boost some of my chicken zombies because they're almost done here, like Shano and UC. So let's see if we can get zombified done on something. Failed. All right, where's UC? I need you to be UC full.
What?
I'm so funny. I have no friends. I'm sorry. All right, they both failed, so he's not UC full. He's UC-less. And I'm gonna go ahead and boost my disco bees again, and well, maybe, just maybe this time they'll like me enough. Where's my last one? Here he is. All right, come on, disco. Bro, failed again, bro. Why do these disco bees hate me? Is it because of my dad jokes? Wait, where's Katie? I can boost Katie and maybe get zombified. Please zombified, please. Failed, bro. Why everyone's failing me? All right, well, maybe my disco bees here will have a chance. We got 3 of them. Let's just wait a minute here and see if any of them give us disco. If they give us disco, that'd be wonderful because all my chicken zombies just failed and all my disco bees are failing. So please, someone, please. Biscuit or GG, one of you guys, come on. All right, failed. All right, it's up to GG and Biscuit. If they fail again, bro, I'm actually gonna be so sad. Come on, guys. You could do this. You could do this. You could do this. Disco mutation. Disco mutation. Failed. Come on, please. Let's go. We finally got disco. All right, disco is applied to a carrot, bro. I was losing hope there. I was gonna cry and then cry myself to sleep, but we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and gift myself some more toys here so we can boost our chicken zombies and hopefully get them done and out of the way. I'm just glad, though, that we finally got disco done. At least something. That's all we needed, was at least something, man. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in another chicken zombie here and a mimic octopus just to help in case. And I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in my Spriggan because this guy might be able to give us the blue mutation. He has a better chance than some of the other guys guys I have. And if we get Bloom done, then we have more opportunity to use some of our other pets when we go AFK. All right, so a lot of my chicken zombies here are almost done with their cooldowns. I'm gonna go ahead and boost them and see if we can get the mutation done finally, the zombified mutation. So let's go ahead and boost them one at a time and see what we get. So where's Shano here? Hello? There you are. All right, let's see if we get zombified, please. Failed. All right, let's go down to UC. UC, come on. Clutch up for us, please. Failed. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I don't care. All right, Katie, come on, please. Katie, come on, Katie.
Nope.
Failed again, bro. All right, what about Bella and Mimi? Come on. All right, that one's almost done. Where's Bella? Bella, come here. Come on. One of you guys apply the zombified mutation, please. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Mimic Octopus as well here to maybe try and get it done. Let's see. Or one of my mutations done. Let's see what it mimics.
Bruh.
Okay, it failed again, bro. All right, I'm gonna boost my gnome. Can we at least get like gnome done, maybe? All right, we got gnome done on a carrot. That actually works out perfect for us because that will save us some time later when we do our AFK setup. So that works. We got gnomed on this carrot. I'm gonna go ahead and travel this over here. All right, gnome, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and boost the Spriggan as well here. Let's see if we can get Bloom done. Come on, buddy. There's a bunch of carrots for you, dude. Hey, don't go too far. Okay, our other chicken zombie failed. Spriggan, don't go too far. Apply Bloom to something here, please. Okay, we got Bloom on 10 of these things, dude. That was actually really easy. Okay. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and move the bloomed carrot over here. And now Bloom is done and out of the way. So you did good. You and the gnome did good. We got 2 of our AFK mutations done, but we're still working on these chicken zombies. So I guess we'll go ahead and bring in the Kappas next, since we usually get bloodlet pretty quickly from these guys with the carrots spread out like this. So we'll do that. And then hopefully we can get zombified done. All right, so I just had my Kappa go a little crazy and apply wet to a bunch of these carrots, but apparently one of them just got bloodlet, which is this one, which also has Bloom on it, which is perfect for us, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and travel this over here, and we can actually go ahead and get rid of this carrot with Bloom, since this one has bloodlet and Bloom to save some time. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick up, well, I guess I'll move one of these frozen ones over here just in case, and that should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the rest of these carrots with these extra mutations on them, and we can go ahead and also pick up our Kappa since they're good to go and they are done. And we still just gotta wait for these chicken zombies. And then I guess I'll go ahead and place a couple more carrots just to help with the zombies so they have a little bit more reach. And we have 2 more pet slots we can go ahead and use. I guess I'll go ahead and spawn in the new space squirrel to see if we can get the space squirrel's mutation done and out of the way. And I'll also go ahead and spawn in the griffin, since it does help with cooldowns. So if the zombies still take forever, we can get some cooldowns done while we wait. Now, the space squirrel only has a 15% chance for the void touch mutation, but I will boost it. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. And then the griffin, of course, has a 10% chance. So these aren't the best pets, but these are our AFK pets, and we're just kind of getting them done earlier, trying to save some more time in the long run. So we'll see what happens with these guys, but yeah, hopefully we can get the zombified mutation out of the way. All right, so we are still struggling to get the zombified mutation, but as soon as we get it, we can literally go AFK and wait for the rest of the mutations to get applied to what we need. So hopefully Mimi or Bella here comes in clutch and gives us the zombified mutation once and for all. Otherwise, hopefully we can maybe get the void touch mutation or cyclonic out of the way, and then our AFK grind will really be easy when we go AFK. We do have a nighttime event that just spawned in here, so this will make it easy to, there we go, get the moonlit mutation done, and then we'll also keep an eye out for the celestial event to maybe get celestial mutation. Look at that. We finally got the zombified mutation applied to a sugar apple. It did take some time, but we're finally there. And now we're ready to go on our AFK grind. So there we go. So we're finally done with our chicken zombies. We can go ahead and pick these guys up and prepare for our AFK grind now. We are good to go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in a lobster so we can work on getting molten or meteoric while we're gone in AFK. We'll get the corrupt scarlet out for the corrupt mutation, the tranquil scarlet out for the tranquil mutation, and we'll get the junk bot out for the oil mutation. And then we also have one more slot here. I know we're missing a pet. Oh, the spaghetti sloth. Sorry. Big sneeze there. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in my spaghetti sloth so we can get the aromatic mutation from Miss Shard. We can go ahead and get sauce, pasta, and meatball. And when we get all those 3 done, we'll get the spaghetti mutation. And now we should be good for our AFK grind. We do have a mimic octopus. I think we could probably swap him out for something else. Let me see. I can probably swap him for a queen bee for now to save some time on cooldowns. And then before we go AFK, I'm gonna go ahead and give a toy to my space squirrel and my griffin so we can see if we get cyclonic or void touch done, because that would help us a lot as well. All right, it looks like we did not get cyclonic, but that's fine. Let's just real quick see if we can get void touch done. And if we don't, that's fine. We're just gonna AFK, and then we'll come back and get our Spinos in here to move stuff over when we're back. All right. Void touch failed, kind of figured because it's a really low chance, but we'll go AFK and let these pets do their thing, and then we'll throw in some Spinos as they finish their mutations, and then we'll probably have to go ahead and also throw in our Ascended Mooncat as they finish mutations so we can get Dawnbound done again. All right, so checking after a quick AFK break here to see what progress we have gotten. It looks like we did get a Molten Carrot here, so I'm gonna go ahead and move that into our Spino platter over here, and it also looks like we actually got a few aromatic carrots. There's one here, and then I believe there's one right here. Yep, and this one also has molten on it, which is interesting. So I actually think I'm going to take this aromatic and molten one and put it there, and then get rid of this chilled and molten one just so there's less to worry about for our Spinos. But we did get Cyclonic done, so I'm going to go ahead and move that over, and that is out of the way. So we can go ahead and pick up our Griffin, which is nice. We did get a sauce one, so I can go ahead and move this to the platter over here. We did get a pasta one, which is nice. Oh, and it looks like we just got Meteoric done on a sugar apple, so we're actually good with our lobster as well. Perfect timing. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the lobster then. So our sloth is actually done. We got aromatic, sauce, pasta, and meatball. I'm gonna go ahead and move this over here so we can go ahead and pick up our spaghetti sloth. He is done, which is perfect. Let's see. So our junk bot, I saw an oil carrot over here somewhere, right here. So our junk bot is also done. Oil is done. We can go ahead and pick up our junk bot. Okay, corrupt just failed. I guess with that, we can try and boost our Tranquil. I don't know if we have Tranquil. I haven't seen it yet. So let me go ahead and grab a toy. Let's boost our Tranquil Scarlet. Just see if that helps at all. Okay, failed. All right, well, that's fine. So yeah, it looks like we still need to get Tranquil, we still need to get Corrupt, but all of our other pets are done, which is fantastic. And since we got pretty much all of our other pets done, we have 4 slots here. This is a good time to spawn in our Mega Spinosauruses and our regular Spinosauruses to start moving over all of the mutations to our Maple Resin, and then we should be good to go. And I guess we can also go ahead and spawn in our Ascended Mooncat to try and get Dawnbound done once we have Tranquil or Corrupt done. Or actually, you know, because these guys take a while and their cooldowns are bugged anyways, I guess I might as well remove the Queen Bee and then spawn in this guy so we can start getting Dawnbound done. Now, I know people might be like, oh, you can use the Queen Bee to get the Dawnbound mutation from your mutated Mooncat. Well, actually, you can't. I've already tested it, and the Queen Bee does not cool down the Dawnbound mutation, which is unfortunate, but this will at least add it in, and then we can try and get it within 6 hours, which will be like almost midnight, but, you know, we'll go for it, I guess. Oh, actually, before I go AFK, our Space Squirrel just added Void Touch to our Maple Resin. Oh, and it looks like we actually do have a Tranquil in here. I didn't even realize this. It's right here. Okay, well, we're actually done then with Tranquil, and we're done with our Space Squirrel because we just got Void Touch. It's just it's in these Maple Resins that are kind of like hidden in here, so I can't really see them. All right, so our main one doesn't have it, but it's favorited, so our Spinos will move it. But yeah, we have a Tranquil one there, and we also have a Void Touch one now somewhere in there. So we're good. Those are actually done. Those are 2 more mutations done and out of the way. So I guess with that, then we will go ahead and spawn back in a Mimic Octopus to help with the Spinos, and we will also spawn in a Queen Bee again to help with getting those cooldowns done. And that should be good. Now we're actually perfectly ready for our AFK grind. So let's do this. We just got to get Corrupt and Dawnbound while we AFK. All right, so it's been like 5 or 6 hours since I went AFK, and here is our Maple Resin after we had all of the mutations moved over and applied to it now. And so if we actually take a look here, we have a total of 37 mutations. Now they did change the way that the Storm Charge mutation works. It used to be Maelstrom mixed with Static and Shocked, but now it's only Static and Shocked mixed with Tempestuous, I believe. And since we have Tempestuous under that, we can't get Tempestuous again on this Windstruck to actually give us the Maelstrom mutation and have both of them anymore. Used to be able to get both. I don't know why they changed it. Maybe there's a different combo to do that. And then also we did not get Ceramic. We were unable to because we got Infernal done first, but that is fine. We did get Dawnbound added on here though, and everything else that we needed. So again, 37 mutations, and if we split the Spaghetti mutation, that is 39 mutations. If we split the Abyssal mutation, which we finally got this one, that bring us to 40 mutations. Harmonized Chakra 41, Gloom 42, Paradisal 43, Storm Charged would be 45. And we didn't get Maelstrom, but if we had Maelstrom, it'd be 46 technically, but we're at 45. So with Infernal, we're about at 48 mutations. So almost 50 mutations. This thing is going to be worth a lot of money, I believe. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and check the value of it one time with the magnifying glass, and then we'll see if we can get Amber on it, and then check the value of it again. So let's go ahead and use our magnifying glass in 3, 2, 1... There we go. All right, so here's our Maple Resin. We're at 2 2.9 trillion for this thing. Now, honestly, we could have had some other plants in the past more expensive than this. I think the last video had like a 1 trillion something plant. A couple videos ago, we had a 1 trillion, but a while back, we had one that was 1 trillion. It said it was maxed at 1 trillion. However, Steven won't give you the full value once it's 1 trillion, is what you guys told me in the comments. So I don't know if that one fruit a couple weeks back was more than 1 trillion and maybe closer to this value, but this is 2.9 trillion, which is a lot of money for this maple resin. Now, we're going to try and add one more mutation onto it to see if we can maybe get it into that 3 trillion mark. So what we're going to go ahead and do is spawn in some raptors here, and we're going to test our luck with picking it up to see if we get amber added onto it. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. All right, so we did not get amber added onto this thing, but our maple resin here is in the 2.9 trillion mark, and it is a lot of money. So let me know in the comments down below if you think this thing is worth it and it's worth to get all the mutations on it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, and good luck with your maple resins in the game, and enjoy getting all the mutations on it like I just did here.